Upon being admitted into the University of Cincinnati's College of Nursing, I was expected to take all of the prerequisite courses necessary to pursue a degree in nursing. This included completing, in the course of my freshman year, some of the more difficult weed-out courses, such as Intro to Biochemistry, Microbiology, and of course, the infamous Anatomy and Physiology. Aside from the foundational knowledge imparted on me during these classes, what these courses really taught me was how best to study and succeed while at the University of Cincinnati. This wasn't high school anymore. The days of simply showing up for class, completing your work, and maybe doing a quick brush up before an exam were long gone. It was during these courses that I found myself often having to go the extra mile in order to simply learn the material, sometimes having to review lectures on Echo 360, making out flashcards, and actually studying with others in my course. Beginning college can bring about many firsts. For many, it's the first time we've ever been away from home for any significant amount of time. It's learning how to be independent, and at the same time, it's also learning how to live with new people. Another such first that I experienced for myself was that of failing an exam in a course. While it was a shock to my system, it was also a big wake-up call in regards to how I had previously been studying for the course. It forced me to examine how I had previously been studying and to seek out new ways in order to help me succeed in the class. When I first got that exam back, I felt awful. I felt that I hadn't performed up to my regular standards, and it really distressed me how much that one grade had seriously affected my entire grade in the class. But being at school, I've realized that sometimes performing poorly or having to re-examine material is not always indicative of failure or shortcoming. It's just showing that these are the areas that you need to work on and that you are trying. This past year involved me proposing my first self-designed honors experience. It involved me joining University of Cincinnati's HOSA chapter, or Health Occupations Students of America. I was very active in HOSA as a high school student, having been the chapter president for 2 years and heading up the National Service Project for both years as well. This year, I chose to compete in a new competition, one that involved me and a partner creating a lesson plan with topics that were of interest to a specific target age group and teaching it to a specific classroom. The topic we chose to focus on was genetic counseling and what exactly a genetic counselor does. Our lesson involved various different tools and activities for students with various learning styles to be able to really understand and enjoy the lesson, from a hands-on lab activity to a PowerPoint presentation to a mock debate facilitated by us in order for the students to better understand different facets of the genetic counselor's career. Overall, we received very positive reviews from the students we taught, and they were very happy to have had us for the lesson. Upon presenting our findings to the judges at the Ohio HOSA state competition, we were presented with first place and are now headed to International Leadership Conference in Dallas this summer. My goals for next year are to take what I learned from my first year at college and apply them so that I might be better successful in my years to come. So for me, that means not putting everything off to the last second. Making sure that I look back on this past year and remember how I learned best in my difficult classes, and making sure that I don't always get too down on myself if I feel like I didn't do as well as I'd hoped, but rather to learn from those mistakes and keep pushing to do better.